Ladies and gentlemen, I'll do a wrist check for you guys. This is a Seiko Tuna. This is the 031, like my 033. This is on a, oh my goodness, my mind is blank on this. Oh, it's on a Hexad. So, as many of you know, I'm a watch addict. I'm pretty much trying to do what I can do to get rid of my watch addiction. For example, I belong to a social media fan club for watches for a particular brand. I wonder what brand that would be. And I decided to leave. And you know what's crazy is good people are on that club. People that I like, people are friendly, people are respectful. But I had to go off of it. The page was encouraging my addiction. It was encouraging missing out. People would be posting photos of new things, of things I didn't know about. They were stimulating my appetites, and it was making me anxious. Really, it was making me anxious. It wasn't making me happy. And I've always felt that addiction is about being. It's about being anxious. It's about looking for security, rosebud. It's looking to fill the hole, fill the emptiness. And I always felt deep down that minimalism would make me happier. So I can tell you I've had obsessions with radios, with razors. I love Gillette vintage razors. And I love watches, as you know. And I see there's like two extremes. On one extreme there's hoarding, where you're just accumulating a bunch of stuff. And on the other extreme there's minimalism. And I mean, obviously there's got to be a balance. So I've been teaching Cal Newport's books to my students the last few years. They're pretty good. One's called So Good They Can't Ignore You. It's a career book. It's about how dangerous it is to pursue what you love, to pursue your passion. In fact, when you're an 18-year-old kid going to college, going to a community college, you don't even know what you love. You don't even know what your passion is. In fact, even if you think you know what your passion is, I have a lot of students who they major in something and it's their senior year and they realize they made a mistake. I have students who end up falling into something that had nothing to do with their quote passion, and they're happy. So following your passion is in many ways a ruse, a canard. It's a deception, and it's dangerous. And Cal Newport did a really good job with that book. He did another good job with Deep Work, writing about how we need to achieve excellence by taking out distractions from our lives, achieving deep work. So now I'm reading his newest book, Digital Minimalism. I think it's better than his other books. I think he's getting better as a writer. And I think this topic is huge. So, and digital minimalism is about how we are exhausted, we're miserable, we're insecure because of unexpected things happened. Here's what happened. No one knew back in 2007 what Facebook was going to become. No one knew in 2007 what the iPhone was going to become, the smartphone in general now. So in 2007, Facebook was just going to be kind of like this fun place for college students to go to look up, like a directory for their friends. No one had a clue it was going to be this all-absorbing social media rabbit hole that controls people's lives. Steve Jobs in 2007, when he was conceiving of his iPhone, all he wanted to do was have a phone that played music based on the iPod and a phone that was like an easy directory to call your buddies. No one knew at the time that the smartphone was going to be this all-in-one general use computer that you carry with you 24/7. You take it to bed with you. And Cal Newport begins digital minimalism by, that sounded good, minimalism, by saying that social media, the internet, is exhausting us because the business model for the few people who run these internet sites is to get our attention, to prey on our addiction, to prey on our insecurities, to prey on our loneliness. And in our hyper-connected world, we're hyper-disconnected, we're hyper-disintegrated. And he's not a Luddite. Cal Newport's not saying you need to give up on tech, but he wants an aggressive plan to be a digital minimalist. So I'm going to read it. I'm going to follow it, man. I'm going to apply it to my watch addiction, my razor addiction. Got an addictive personality. I think you should read Digital Minimalism, and I want to explain something to you. You can't get rid of something in your life that's horrible and just proceed to go on in your life with a vacuum, with an emptiness. Because what will happen is you'll just fill the emptiness with something even worse. So you always have to get rid of some vice in your life, some self-destructive tendency, some bad habit, some addiction, by replacing it with your higher self, your better angel, you know, meaning, purpose. And one of the things Cal Newport says that I find fascinating, he quotes Marcus Aurelius, who says, to achieve satisfaction in life, to achieve a reverence for life, what makes us really happy is just focusing on a few things. Everything else is clutter. And it's your job, and I'm really excited to read this book. I've only read the first couple chapters. It's your job in life to find out what those few things are. Because if you try to slay the dragon of your addiction or your self-destructive behavior or just a bad lifestyle, and you try to walk forward in emptiness, you're just going to embrace something even worse. So I look forward to reading this. I'm pretty sure he's going to have some good prescriptions for what to do in the landscape of digital minimalism, how to make our lives more reverent, more happy. Very excited to read this book. I'm going to teach it. I got to teach it, man. It really speaks to the moment we're in. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm done for today. I'm going to do more Cal Newport videos. I'd like to do this maybe in 3, 4, 5 parts. We shall see. Tell me what you think, ladies and gentlemen. Till next time, I'm out.